Mount Kailash in western Tibet, also known as Kangren Boke, is sacred to Hindus, Buddhists, and Jains. In this video, we discover the profound insight behind Mahakailasa Nilaya Devi's visit to Lord Shiva at Mount Kailash and explore why the Amritananda Upanishad declares that understanding the secret place delivers one from samsara. This revelation of the Mahakailasa Nilaya Devi goes beyond knowing Mount Kailash's physical location or visiting it. It unveils the deeper spiritual truths and divine connections that transcend the physical world. In the previous video, we explored how the Mahadevi was tested and tasked with taking 12-year-old Kash to see Lord Ganesha. That narrative was based on Kash's vivid descriptions, initially documented in a 1993 fax that was shared with 3 individuals closest to his father, Vipin Kumar, Balwinder Singh, and Surinder Kaur. The timing and format of this documentation add credibility to the account, as they provide a contemporaneous record of his extraordinary experiences. In this episode, the Maha Kailasa Nilaya Devi transports Kash from her celestial abode, Manidvipa, to meet Lord Shiva. Manidvipa is the heavenly abode of Mahadevi, the supreme goddess, according to the Shaktism tradition in Hinduism. It is an island situated in the middle of an ocean called the Sudha Samudra, the ocean of nectar. Sudha Samudra is a concept found in various spiritual and mythological traditions. Kash's account is both profound and unique. He describes being levitated by the Divine Mother and transported from Manidvipa at an incredible speed to a sacred and otherworldly realm, Mount Kailash. His vivid descriptions are as follows. Kash described Mount Kailash as being encircled by majestic peaks, with Lord Shiva seated upon the highest summit. This aligns with the geographical and spiritual significance of Mount Kailash in Hinduism, where it is revered as the cosmic axis and the abode of Lord Shiva. Kash observed Lord Shiva with a cobra snake coiled 3 times around his neck, its head resting on Shiva's right shoulder. This depiction matches traditional representations of Shiva in Hindu iconography, symbolizing his mastery over time, energy, and fear. Shiva's hair was described as tied in a bundle on top of his head, with strands flowing down his neck and shoulders, another hallmark of his divine form. He also held a trishul, or trident, which signifies his power to destroy evil, uphold righteousness, and sustain cosmic balance. Kash also noted another cobra coiled around the trishul, a striking detail consistent with Hindu depictions. On either side of Shiva, Kash observed 2 bowls emitting smoke. These likely represent sacred offerings or incense, an integral part of Hindu worship practices that symbolize purification and devotion. On one occasion, Kash saw Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna walking away after meditation, conversing in a language that resembled the Sanskrit mantra Kash had recited. Sanskrit, regarded as the language of the gods, further reinforces the authenticity and spiritual depth of Kash's vision. Several weeks later, Kash recounted to his father a fascinating detail. Lord Shiva wore wooden clogs or padukas, with a single thick, wide-head nail. This type of ancient footwear, historically used by sages and spiritual figures in India, underscores its symbolic and cultural relevance. The padukas often signify humility and asceticism, qualities deeply associated with Lord Shiva, adding profound resonance to Kash's vision. Such footwear, worn centuries ago, is virtually extinct in modern times. Kash, who had no prior knowledge of this ancient tradition, was adamant about his father's resistance to this strange footwear, which added credibility to his experience. This video presents compelling evidence that Kash, a 12-year-old non-Hindu child, had a genuine transcendental spiritual encounter. The intricate and culturally specific details he described, many of which are unknown even to practicing Hindus or dismissed as mythical, could not have been fabricated or imagined. Kash's descriptions of the Mahadevi and her powers align perfectly with these scriptural truths. They offer profound insights into the divine and showcase the authenticity of his spiritual journey. The Amritananda Upanishad teaches that spiritual liberation, or moksha, is achieved by realizing the Sahasrara, the thousand-petaled lotus at the crown of the head. This sacred chakra is symbolically described as Mount Kailash, the eternal abode of Shiva. The Upanishad declares that the air inspired refers to prana, the life force or vital energy that permeates all living beings. This prana, when consciously directed through specific breathing techniques or meditative practices, stimulates spiritual awakening. The lower fire is Kundalini Shakti, the dormant spiritual energy at the Muladhara chakra or root chakra. This energy requires activation through meditation on, devotion to, or divine grace of the Mahadevi or Divine Mother. For those unable to activate their kundalinis for whatever reason, the Mahadevi offers the easiest solution. The Devi Bhagavatam declares, "By hearing the stories of the goddess, one attains liberation and the highest abode." This Adha Akash channel has initiated 108 stories of the goddess, of which this video is number 5. All you need to do is subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notifications for all new videos. If you do, you are assured by the Mahadevi that this will be your last birth on earth and will for all eternity reside at her highest abode. Rising through the subtle body, the Kundalini energy ascends through the Sushumna Nadi, passing through key chakras like the Manipura chakra or navel center, symbolizing progress toward higher consciousness. At the Sahasrara chakra, depicted as a luminous lotus, the seeker experiences the radiant manifestation of Brahman within. This marks the union of the individual soul, or jiva, with the universal soul, Paramatma. The Sahasrara, called Kailash, is the highest chakra, emphasizing its transcendental significance. Understanding this place means realizing the divine unity of Shakti and Shiva within oneself. Mount Kailash metaphorically represents a profound sacred secret for those advanced in spirituality and devotion. Liberation is realized through the profound awakening of the Sahasrara, the crown of spiritual ascent, where the illusion of duality dissolves and the seeker merges with the infinite divine essence. Here, consciousness, quantum mechanics, and the vast mysteries of the universe converge within the Sahasrara, the radiant abode of Mahadevi. It is the sacred meeting point of science and spirit, where the infinite mind of the divine embraces all creation. In the forthcoming videos, we will unveil the revelations of ancient scripture harmonizing with science, illuminating the eternal truth of the Sahasrara. Seekers are invited to journey beyond boundaries, witness the fusion of knowledge and divinity, and experience the infinite within themselves. Maha Kailasa Nilaya Devi's unprecedented act of taking Kash to meet Shiva at Mount Kailash illuminates not only the secret teachings of the Amritananda Upanishad, but also those of the Lalita Sahasranama. Maha Kailasa Nilaya refers to the abode of the Divine Mother within, which is symbolically represented as the Bindu in the Sahasrara chakra. In Hindu spiritual traditions, the Sahasrara chakra, also known as the crown chakra, is located at the top of the head and is considered the center of pure consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. The Bindu in the Sahasrara represents the point of ultimate unity and the source of all creation. It is often associated with the highest state of meditation and spiritual realization, where the individual soul merges with the universal consciousness. In the context of the Lalita Sahasranama, a revered text in Hinduism, Maha Kailasa Nilaya is one of the 1,000 names of goddess Lalita, signifying her supreme abode in the highest spiritual realm. She demonstrates that Mount Kailash, Shiva's abode, is the Sahasrara chakra, the ultimate spiritual center within every human being. This inner realization leads to moksha, the freedom from samsara and the attainment of eternal peace. Kash's journey, validated by Maha Kailasa Nilaya Devi, is not only a testimony to the Upanishadic vision, but also a beacon for all seekers of truth. It proves that spiritual liberation is not bound by dogma, culture, or age, but is a universal reality waiting to be discovered within the Sahasrara, the inner Kailash, where the divine resides eternally. Mount Kailash is sacred to Hindus, Buddhists, and Jains. Those who hear and witness Mahadevi's divine manifestation in the Sahasrara can attain moksha, the ultimate liberation from the cycle of birth and death, and Jivan Mukti, the rare state of liberation while living in the physical body. These profound spiritual states signify freedom from worldly attachments and union with the divine essence. This series, to be supported by hundreds of documented accounts, aims to illuminate the path to spiritual enlightenment through sacred encounters and transformative experiences. In the next video, we will explore Kash's encounter with Hanuman, a revered figure in Hinduism. This encounter will reveal his father's lack of understanding of one of Hinduism's most beloved deities. Subscribe to stay tuned for this enlightening encounter with Hanuman, and thank you for watching.